Good morning, lovely people. I hope you're all doing really well. I really need a quiet, relaxing morning this morning. I'm really struggling with some luteal symptoms today. I was meant to get up around 7, but I genuinely could not drag myself out of that bed, even though I went to bed quite early the night before. I just genuinely get really tired at the end of my cycle, and I'm not really sure why. I think it's just part of that phase of your cycle, but I'm going to be listening to that today. I'm going to start having a really relaxing morning. I'm going to finish Assassin's Blade because I've been dying to finish this book for a while, and it's just got really good with a little plot twist at the end. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to drink my peppermint tea, and I'm simply just going to relax for the next few hours before I get myself into a more productive mindset. So I've also actually been loving these ambiance videos that I found on YouTube. This is a Throne of Glass one, and look how cute it is. Like it has the roaring fire in the background. This is meant to be Selena's bedroom, and I just feel like it's put me in such a great mind frame for reading this book, and I just absolutely love it in the background. So I've just finished my reading. I just wanted to say how cute are these PJs. These are just from Primark, but they just really give spring vibes at the moment, and I just love them. They're super cute. Also, how cute is my new Bible? Finally invested. I was using a Bible on my phone before this, but I just feel like I had to have a Bible in person, and I'm absolutely loving reading through this rather than on my phone. I just thought that was super cute. So I've done my Bible study for the morning, and now it's time to get on with Pilates. Okay, so it's Pilates time, guys. I'm gonna do just a deep abdominal Pilates session. I'm currently doing the Evolve You Pilates strength session. I think it's by Krishna Gar, and I absolutely love these workouts. Like the fact that they're like 35 minutes, you can do them at home. Honestly, highly recommend. I love going to the gym, and I will still go to the gym, but at the moment I just really want some home workouts to be able to do in between the sessions that I do in the gym. It just gives me so much more time to spend at home and do other things that I love and enjoy, not just working out. So I've been loving her workouts. I've not been very on track this week, not going to lie to you. It has been a really difficult week. On Monday I had an interview for my dream job, so I obviously prioritized that, and it didn't really go that well. I'm not really feeling very confident about it, to be honest, and I'll find out next Monday if I've got the job, but I don't really think I did well enough on some of the clinical knowledge parts of the interview, but that's okay. It's God's plan, and God will put me in whatever direction he wants to put me in, and I really just need to accept that and calm my ego a little bit. But that is why I've not been very on it with my workouts this week, but I'm giving myself some grace. It's been a challenging week for me, and it's not every day that you have an interview, so it's really important to remember that. So I'm going to do my second workout now of the week. So let's get it done. Bringing our chest forward and out as we arch the back. Exhale, practice movement. Not arching. 2 and 1. Nice. Okay, so Pilates is done. I'm just going to make a really quick lunch before I go out for a walk and to a coffee shop. I'm literally just going to make this like ranch parmesan chicken salad with croutons because I really fancy a salad, especially now it's starting to feel more and more like spring. This is when my summer recipes kind of come out. So I just thought I'd show you how I'm making it, and yeah. I am just about to go out, and I thought I would just give you a few updates on what's happening in the next few weeks. I'm actually going to Paris next week, which I'm super excited about. It was my birthday gift from my boyfriend, so I'm super excited. I've always wanted to go to Paris. So this week is a lot of prep for that. I need to get a few fashion ideas that I had for that. And then I've also just bought a Osmo Pocket 2. So if you haven't seen these cameras, which I'm sure you have, they are so cool. You literally turn it on like that and it will follow your face around, and you can just flip it really quickly like that. And they are just super cool. I mean, look how tiny this is. Like, it's going to be so much easier for me to vlog when I'm in Paris. So I'm super excited. I went with the Osmo 2 because the Pocket 3 is like twice the amount for just the camera, and you don't even get the content creation bits with it. Because with this one I was able to get like a wide lens, which I've wanted for ages on my regular camera. There's basically loads of extensions. You get the case, you even get the handle on the end of it. Like, there were so many more benefits of buying the Pocket 2 for me personally. From my understanding as well, the Pocket 3 does look a bit bigger compared to the Pocket 2, and I wanted something that was as minimal as possible because I know what I'm like in public. I hate filming in public. I just feel like everyone's watching me. It is my worst nightmare, to be honest. So I really did want to have as small as a camera as possible. So I'm super excited to use this in France. I'm so excited to go. I really can't wait. But I just thought I'd update you on my purchase, and that's what I'm actually taking into town today. So if you're thinking of buying one, you can see me using it today. So now I'm going to go off to a coffee shop and I'm going to treat myself to a cup of coffee and do some work. I have quite a lot of work from work that I need to do, but I also have some content creation stuff to do as well. So it's going to be a nice chilled afternoon. Next week is going to be a France vlog video, which I'm super excited to film for, and yeah, I can't wait. I really can't. Like, I really need a holiday as well. I cannot get that through enough. I actually got so stressed that I came out in a cold sore, which was not ideal, which is probably why I've still got a mark on my face. But you know what, we're just going with it. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and I feel like people often feel a bit ashamed. I find it really challenging to go about my everyday life when a cold sore has appeared because it doesn't look nice. Like, it really isn't pleasant. It really does humble you as well. If you thought you were pretty, then you are humbled when you get cold sore, because that prettiness is just gone. Like, yeah, so that's how stressed I've been. Clearly my body has been stressed because that's what's brought that on. But I thought I'd just be open and honest with you because it's so important to not be shameful about things like this, because it's just like natural life and who cares, you know? So anyway, I'm feeling a bit better today. I feel more like myself. I feel more confident again. So let's head to this coffee shop and let's just have a cute little afternoon together. I also wanted to show you this new hobby I have. Sorry, it's gone dark, that's a bit better. So I have found a new hobby, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I'm currently very excited about this. I'll just show you. We have basically made at home pottery. So this is my little mug. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got hearts all over it for Valentine's Day. Obviously they need to be painted. This is air dry clay, so you could basically mold it at home. And then this is the tray that my boyfriend made for me for my jewellery. How cute is that? Little heart. We both went with V-Day themes, which I feel like is so funny because we didn't intend to do that at all. But I'm super proud of how this turned out. I'm basically going to just paint all of this, maybe like a cream colour, and then I'm going to go over the hearts with red. I genuinely thought like maybe I didn't even need my coat and scarf. Maybe it was going to be too warm. Honestly, it's still cold, guys. But I'm loving it. I feel like it's the perfect spring weather.
I was going to go over to Black Sheep Coffee because it's usually my most favourite coffee, but today I think I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go over to the Cornish Bakery, which is super aesthetic in there, and their hot chocolates are to die for, but I'm going to have a coffee because I feel like hot chocolate is a bit heavy right now. This weather is absolutely insane. Like, the sun is gorgeous. Hi, can I just have a small latte with caramel, please? Good morning, guys. It's now Friday. I'm just about to go off to a gym session and I thought I would take you along. I'm doing a strength training session. I'm doing a functional full body session, so it is strength training today. This is part of my hybrid training plan. I'm going to a gym pod in Dalston, which is near Hackney in London. They are literally such a good idea. It's your own private gym space. I hate filming in the gym and it's not something that I personally enjoy, and I'm not really that confident in the gym, so if I ever get the chance to go to a gym pod, then I love to do this because it just makes content creation so much more easier for me personally. The staff are super, super nice as well and just really helpful. So I'm going there and I thought I'd bring you along. I'm just currently eating just a little Greek yogurt bowl. You guys know me by now. This is my go-to breakfast, especially when I'm in a rush, which I am this morning. I've just been listening to a podcast this morning because, not gonna lie, I woke up feeling a bit meh. You know when you wake up and you're not like feeling 100%, you're kind of thinking, I don't really want to do anything today. Just feeling meh, like that's the only way I can describe it. That's how I felt this morning. So I stuck on this podcast. It's called Self-Obsessed and I'll put it up here. Absolutely loved it. It was an episode on self-care and it just did exactly what it needed to rejuvenate my mind. So go and check that out if you want a nice self-help podcast. And then when I get back from the gym, I'm actually going to take you through how to enter your wellness era, because that is the topic of this video today. So it's going to be a nice sit down chat at the end of the video on essentially what stuff you need to do if you want to enter your wellness era in 2025. And I feel like there are things I have been doing this year that have completely changed my outlook on this year, and I wanted to share them. So stick around for that. But let's go to the gym for now. So I'm currently wearing on Active, of course. These are the Everless leggings in Minky. Absolutely love Everless leggings. They are definitely my favourite. I just feel like they don't ride down as much as the other leggings. And then I've got the Timeless jacket in Sand, which is just this colour combo. It's just my favourite. I love it so much. This is the Timeless Square Vest in Sand as well. So I've got a full on Active fit, of course. So I am back from the gym now. It was such a good session. If you want to try it out, then let me know down below how it went. Hopefully you enjoy it as much as I did. It felt so nice to get my body moving. So I just wanted to sit down here for a few minutes and go over something that I have personally been working on for the last couple of weeks, I would say. I did fall off track myself a little bit after doing a set of night shifts and then having an interview to prep for my dream job. So after falling off track, I really needed to figure out how I wanted to get back into my wellness era of 2025. So I thought I would just sit here for a few minutes. So grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of coffee, and we're just going to sit here and talk about some things that I have personally found really, really useful for my wellness and to get myself into my wellness era. So the first one is to have a consistent morning routine. I cannot explain to you enough how much more productive I am every time I get my good morning routine in. And for me, my morning routine usually consists of waking up. Sometimes it's early, sometimes it's a bit later. And the first thing I like to do is go outside and I like to look at the sun and feel the cool breeze on my skin and just feel the morning sun on my face. And that really, really does wake me up. I then come in here and I do my morning self-care. I journal, and with my journal, I always list my to-do list for the day, because I find that by listing what I actually want to achieve that day, I do so much better, and I usually do tick all of those boxes off, and just ticking them off really feels great as well. Then I'll do my prayer and Bible study, and then usually I will have breakfast and exercise or move my body in some sort of way. So having a good morning routine, and whatever that looks like for you, can really, really change how you set up your whole day. And the next one I've put is sun exposure in the morning. So like I said, usually when I wake up, it's so important in order to boost your cortisol up to get that initial sun exposure on your skin. And I know living in the UK, it can be really, really difficult sometimes, but I think just going outside, even if it's an overcast day, is so beneficial. And for me, it's something that instantly wakes me up. So I am going to aim myself to take a small walk every morning in the first hour that I wake up throughout next week, and I'll see how that goes, but I will let you know. The next one I've got here is self-care. I feel like self-care is something that is so underrated. Giving yourself some self-care every day is really, really essential, even if it's just having a nice relaxing bath, reading your book that you enjoy, watching telly with your partner. All of those things are really, really important for making sure that you're bringing some sort of joy into your life. I'm definitely the type of person who likes to work, and I sometimes find it difficult to shut off in the evenings when I have things left on my to-do list, but taking moments to enjoy life and do the things you love is really, really important. So I'd say that self-care, whatever form that you like to enjoy your self-care in, is really, really important. And as long as you're maybe spending an hour a day on yourself, then I think that's pretty much what I would personally do. And I find that that actually helps my productivity, because when I do then go on to do some work, I'm more excited to do work because I've already been relaxing. Do you know what I mean? And then the next one is move your body daily. This is something that I really, really need to do myself, because I can be a little bit of a couch potato sometimes. I do feel like I really, really enjoy sinking into the sofa. At the moment I'm watching Traitors, and honestly I'm like binge watching that show. It's so good. But that doesn't make me feel very good. That doesn't make me feel good in myself. So I think the aim for me personally is to make sure I have daily movement, and on my rest days where I'm not exercising or doing any of my training, those are the days that actually I can take a little walk outside, or maybe do some gentle stretches if I really feel like not doing anything. So that is something that personally I am going to work on next week, is daily movement, because I do feel like exercising my body and moving my body, even if it's just a small walk, is actually. And then something that I've definitely been implementing this year is eating a good whole foods diet. And by that I don't mean just eating whole foods, because I feel like having any sort of restriction on your life can be really, really draining. So for me personally, I like to try to eat as many whole foods as possible, so unprocessed foods, for example whole meats, veggies, fruits. And then if there's anything that I'm craving, because cravings are normal, I will add it into my whole foods diet. So for example, with my Greek yogurt bowl, I always add a chunk of chocolate in, because I know I'm going to crave the chocolate, and having it in my whole foods diet is a way that I cannot be too restrictive on myself.
And I personally don't track calories. I haven't tracked calories for a couple of months now, but then before that I did stop tracking calories for quite a big chunk of time. I've actually found that I have so much more energy in myself when I eat intuitively and I just eat what my body tells me to eat. I listen to my hunger cues. I would highly suggest a whole foods diet and tracking intuitively if you feel like that's something that you want to do in your life. That's personally what I do, and for me it just helps me with my wellness in general. And obviously with diet you have to be making sure that you're getting in enough water. So I personally like to get in around 2 litres of water a day, and it just gives me so much more energy when I make sure that I'm drinking enough water. Okay, and the next one, obviously spoken about a morning routine, so therefore it's important to have a night routine. So in terms of my night routine, I really feel like I've got my night routine down. My night routine is an unwind time for me. So I like to switch off all blue light an hour before I'm going to go to bed. I come into my bedroom, I turn my diffuser on, I do my self-care for the evening, and then I like to pray, finish my journal for the day, and then I'll start reading my book. And I absolutely love this time of the day where I can sit in bed and I can read my book and I curl under my blanket. It's just so cozy. It really does set my mind up for sleep. I have also been putting on some nighttime sounds, so I do like to put thunder music on in the background because I feel like it calms my mind, which probably sounds a bit weird, but for me personally it does really help with any anxious thoughts I'm having that evening, and it just sends me off to sleep. So that's personally what I like to do for my night routine. But whatever your night routine looks like, it's really important to get it down, because by doing these series of habits in the evening, it's going to trigger your brain that you're meant to be going to sleep now, and you will likely get off to sleep a lot quicker and then have a better sleep in general. And obviously with a good night routine therefore comes enough sleep. So 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night is so important. So important not only for your mind but for your body, and if you're training especially, actually having enough sleep can help those muscles repair and grow and do all of their wonderful things. So those are my little wellness tips. I would also say some extra couple of things that aren't currently on my list, but things that you might want to consider is start reading. I feel like reading is really good for your brain, and it's so much better than scrolling on social media. I currently am reading the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. I've also read the Akatar series, which was amazing. I love both series at the moment, so if you like any fantasy books, those are definitely a good one to start with. Also listening to podcasts, so sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit low, I'll put on a self-help podcast, and that always brings me up. And also general things like meditating and prayer can be really helpful. So I hope this has helped you girlies out, and let me know if you're trying any of the things that I've listed down below. I'd be really happy to hear if you found any of them useful. Next week I'm going to be doing a Paris vlog, so I'll see you all for that next week. I hope you have lovely weeks, and I'll see you later.